Alright, so they have dropped a second Until Dawn trailer. I haven't seen it. I don't know if there's anything new in it. I'm not really sure if there's anything else to say in the trailer. I'm worried that they're gonna ruin stuff. But I figured I'd watch it anyway because I'm gonna go see the movie, obviously, give my opinions on that. So we'll see if there's any more clues in this second trailer. I didn't know they were dropping a second trailer. I did go to the movies the other day, and while I was in the movie theater, they played the original trailer. I don't think it was the new one because I didn't notice anything different. But they played the Until Dawn trailer while I was in the theater. That was fun. I made a previous video on this movie and my thoughts on it, and I was quite negative about it in that I have to say, the more I'm seeing these trailers and the more like I'm hearing about it, well, yes, I'm still upset that it's not Until Dawn because I feel like Until Dawn would have been a superior movie. I am excited to see this movie. Like, the concept looks really good. It is a little bit like Happy Death Day. It's not original in that sense, but I think the idea of like it's a different genre every day is really interesting. I feel like that could be a good movie. I have no idea if it's any good because obviously I haven't seen it yet, but it very well could be. Like, the concept of it is really interesting and a good idea. I think someone had a really good idea. It just has nothing to do with Until Dawn. I hate that they're using the branding for that. Like, I actually so dislike that. It's the only problem for me. I don't know. I am excited to go see it. I'm definitely gonna go see it. My opinion hasn't changed about them not using the Until Dawn name. Still don't think it's Until Dawn. I don't think anyone else does either. Even with that, Not Until Dawn is coming out this year, so I guess there's some clues maybe to find out in the second trailer. Why did they release the second trailer? I don't think anyone asked for that. But I guess I'll react to it. So I don't really have any new opinions besides that, but hopefully we'll see some more Until Dawn Easter eggs in this. I'll try to figure stuff out. I don't know how I'm gonna figure stuff out because I don't know the movie at all. Like, it's nothing to do with the video game, and I don't think they're taking any element of that into it. So I don't know how I'm gonna figure stuff out, but I can try. Who is that?
I can't.
Please, no! Who was that? I couldn't even tell who that was.
Up the road.
And that was the Psycho-esque character who looks very different. Okay, that kind of looks like mines. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be. I think there was a minecart. I'll go back through and look at stuff because it's kind of just playing through, but okay. So that's kind of similar. I need to look back at that girl because I couldn't tell who that was. She didn't look like any of the cast members. She didn't look like Maya Mitchell, so maybe it was. I need a closer look, but I'll finish the trailer first.
What is that?
That doesn't look like a Wendigo. That looks like a Wendigo.
Every time we die,
That
we
looks like
find
a Wendigo.
ourselves back here again. But the night is never the same.
Yeah, we already knew that. Baby dolls.
We're here again. But the night is never the same. Every night
What?
something new is trying to us.
That clown rocking in the chair kind of reminds me of the rocking horse in the basement when Ashley and Chris are going through Josh's scares. That's not super similar, but that's the closest connection I can make. Who are you?
Something new is trying to us. What is that?
What the heck? This is too many monsters. I can't.
Oh my god. We have to make it up.
What the heck?
I want out.
That thing where she looks like pregnant. I know in the other trailer there was that moment where there was something in her face. That probably is connected to that, I would say. There's probably something like living inside of her, so some kind of like alien-esque thing. That's gotta be connected to the thing that was in her face. So that's the only thing I could guess from that.
Please let me out. I have to make it up to dawn. Please let me out.
Gas mask.
We have to make it up to dawn.
They're all going backwards.
That's why people get into trouble.
Why is Dr. Hill telling me up the road that's where people get into trouble? Why does he know this and why hasn't he reported it? That trailer definitely had more stuff in it, like giving away more stuff. The Wendigos, the way they're moving, they honestly don't seem like Wendigos at all. They seem just like human. I think that's just because they have humans and Wendigo costumes. That's kind of different. They don't seem like creatures. They just seem like weird looking zombies. There were a lot of monsters. What's weird is that it felt like there were so many people in masks. I'm not really sure, like, are these supposed to be real humans with stories? Like, you've got the psycho guy, you've got that weird mannequin looking face, there was this Doctor Doom-esque looking character that was flying at him, and it's like, are these just like masked murderers with, like, we're never gonna see their faces, just like random mass murders? That's kind of weird to have that many antagonists in a movie. I'm curious who that girl at the beginning was. Who is that? That doesn't look like Maya Mitchell to me. You know what? It might be. For some reason, I cannot tell here. Okay, I think that is Maya Mitchell. She doesn't have her accent, so it's hard to tell. Okay, I'm like 99% sure that this is her. This looks like it's probably an opening scene. She faces the psycho-esque looking guy in the opening scene. I don't even know if the group is gonna face the psycho then, because it would make more sense maybe if they just had the psycho face her and then they had those other creatures, because there's so many creatures, there's so many villains. If they had all those face the group, I don't think we've seen the psycho with any of the other characters. So I think the opening scene of this movie is going to be Maya Mitchell versus the psycho, and we'll see that happen. She's going to die to the psycho. I don't think she's going to live through this movie. I don't think they're going to reunite. I think she's dead. I think she died in this cabin when she went up there and she went missing. She ran out of the 13 nights and she died. So I think potentially her ghost is going to pop up and haunt them. That's really unfortunate that she ends up facing the same thing her sister did. But I don't think Maya Mitchell has a huge part in this movie, specifically since she's not in the main trailer that much. But they did include her here. She's the opening kill and she might pop up as a ghost. Kind of like they do in the game, kind of like when Hannah and Beth in Chapter 10 show up as a ghost. I think that's kind of what it's going to be like.
It's a place.
What is that house? That's weird. That's not the same house that they showed in the other one. It's also nighttime when they're running into that house, so I'm guessing that that might be just one of the nights that they run into, is that there's a weird abandoned house. And that might be where they find these mines that they're running through. This definitely looks like mines though, so I love that. I love that there's literally like a mine cart trail. So that's cool. I like that connection. I'm glad they did that, I guess. I still don't like that the story's not the same.
It's never the same.
Okay, so I was wrong. That's definitely the psycho with this girl who's a part of the group. So they will face the psycho too. But I think those are two different instances. I think the one that she faces will be the opening scene, and the psycho will come to them when they face. So that means that it must be the same things they face every night. Which means whatever they're facing now is the same thing that Maya Mitchell's character faced back when she got attacked. Maybe they'll find a clue from her, telling them, giving them warnings about what they're gonna face, because it must be the same thing. They could find potentially like a journal. They do a lot of that in the game, where they find a journal that she's written, where she's writing about what's happening to her. That would be interesting. That would be a good connection to the game. I could see them doing that. So, this masked marionette looking thing, it looks like the main girl is under that mask. I don't know, that looks like her hoodie and her hair and her eyes. So that's a little bit odd. Why is she killing her own person? I know there's that moment in the other trailer when she has the gas mask. I think it's in this one too, where she has the gas mask and then she like opens her eyes and she's possessed. So maybe this is a night where they're getting possessed and then they put on a marionette mask and kill. They might be killing each other in this movie. That totally looks like the main girl. That's weird. I guess you could connect that to Josh being the villain in the original game, where he's one of the characters you're trying to say, but he's also the villain. There's a connection. It's a little weak, but I guess you could make that.
Oh my God.
That girl on the ground with like the thing in her stomach is not the same girl who has the thing in her face. So either they both got infected by whatever this is, or that's a different thing. So I think I might have been wrong about that. Here the main girl doesn't have anything in her face, but this could also be a shot from something else. This doesn't necessarily have to be them reacting to the girl with the thing in her stomach. Sorry, I don't know any of the names, so I'm just saying the girl. But there's the main girl, and then there's the girl with the thing in her stomach. I think her name is Megan. I'm not 100% sure. That's gotta be the parasite that was in her face. It's just like the timing is off. I mean, they're seen in the woods, so they can clearly leave the cabin, but I don't know how that's gonna work with the monsters chasing them. They're gonna chase them in their lives, like, you're gonna chase them in the woods, I guess. because they're going to the abandoned house. There's that giant creature outside. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Okay, well, that's all I could find. I'm probably gonna look into this more, see if I can find anything else, but it does look pretty good. I'm gonna be honest. Like, still not happy that they called it Until Dawn. Not happy that they're using that to push their movie, but I think I would go see this movie anyway, even if it wasn't called Until Dawn. I don't think they needed to do that. I still stand by that opinion I had last time. But it does look pretty interesting, and I'm excited to see it. I've heard a lot of other people say they're excited too about it. I'm very curious about the lore of the cabin and her sister and whatever that is. That's all for today. Goodbye.